Hello friends, welcome back to the Cantor's Corner. This week we are reading Parshat Yitro. The name of the Parsha comes from Moses' father-in-law, Yitro. And sure, we hear some nice advice from the man, but what really is our focal point of this Parsha is what happens on top of Har Sinai, what happens on top of Mount Sinai. Now, the name that we have in Torah for the Ten Commandments, they're not listed as mitzvot, as commandments. Now, instead, we like to call them the Aseret Hadiburot, the 10 utterances, the 10, not so much words, but moments in which a person is speaking, or in this case, when God is speaking. As a result, I think we are well aware of the fact that words carry great weight and power to them. When God creates, God does so through speech, what we see in the very beginning of Genesis. And in fact, that is the reason why you hear magicians today, sometimes, use the Kabbalistic incantation abracadabra, which means, I will create as I speak. So we know that words can make a lot happen. And I think that in our time today, that is extremely evident. We have seen how with a couple of words, and sometimes the strokes of a pen, thousands of lives are in jeopardy. Through some words, we saw thousands of people caged off at our southern border, families being separated. We have seen with some strokes of a pen and a couple of words, the lives of millions of Americans being put into jeopardy with the potential loss of health care. So, what I am curious about is what can we do with our voices? We know that there is great strife going on just inside of our own walls. At the time of this recording, the government continues to be shut down with just a couple of words and a couple of perhaps written words. We could have the government come back and thousands of people, 800,000 people, could once again be able to start making close to, if not already, a living wage. With more words, we could potentially see the rights of people in the LGBTQIA plus community, or the rights of those that we see as persons of color come into full force. But we need to use our words in order for this to come about. We need to have our words lead us to action, lead us to protest, lead us to civil disobedience against our government for the injustices that are being wrought. So friends, I encourage you to take what we learned in our earliest years of life, the importance of use your words, not your fists, in order to bring about the positive social change that we need in our society.